Hello and welcome to One Round Left. My name is Chase and today I'm going to be your host on going over the Bulgarian MAKAROV PM pistol. This is part one of a two-part video in the series. This first segment of the video is going to be about disassembly, history, maintenance, as well as just basic day-to-day life with this pistol. This is a very popular carry pistol among the military surplus community, as well as a popular military and police firearm the world over. It has seen service in over 40 countries, as well as a notable fame in Hollywood feature films. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, but first, let's go ahead and work on disassembling the firearm. First thing you need to do is remove the magazine. Simple enough as a heel-type magazine release. You simply push back, pull down on the magazine, cock your hammer, pull back on your slide, hold the release. Ensure that there's nothing inside the chamber. This particular gun is good, so we can go ahead and go on with the review. The pistol MAKAROV, also known as the PM, entered service in the Russian military in 1951. It was meant to replace the aging 1895 Nagant revolver, as well as the Tokarev TT-33 line of pistols. As the Soviets entered into the Cold War with the AK platform, they needed a smaller, compact pistol that could complement its reliability, ruggedness, and overall dependability. This pistol has that in spades. It's based off of the original German Walther PP design, which has seen much service in military and police today. Notably, James Bond is a famous action hero that carries those pistols. This particular model here was made at the Arsenal plant in Bulgaria. The date of manufacture predates the 1980s, but this firearm was made available through wholesale distribution. Let's go ahead and take the pistol down. So, now that we've removed our magazine and made sure the gun is safe, we'll go ahead and begin that process. First thing you need to do is pull down on the trigger guard. Make sure it does not go back up inside, as this will not complete the breakdown process. You then cock your hammer, pull back on your slide, lift up, and push forward. As you can see, this is a standard blowback pistol with a recoil spring here, a pinned barrel. This actually helps out greatly in terms of accuracy. This also makes the pistol very easy to clean, easy to service, and overall just an easy pistol to own. We can further break down the process by removing the rear grip screw, which we will not be doing that on this video, as this is just a field strip. So we'll lay that down here. As far as the slide is concerned, it's a fairly common blowback style slide, angled slide serrations. With the selector switch, you can remove this by pushing up and up once more. This will actually free up the firing pin channel, so that way you can remove your selector switch and remove your firing pin just by a nice tap. This is one of the easiest firearms to actually clean the firing pin to. This particular pistol actually needs a cleaning of its own, but we'll go over that in a later video. So, to reinstall your firing pin, you need to make sure that it is positioned as so, with this angled notch facing 9 o'clock. You go ahead and just slide that in. Gravity will assist you in doing the rest. Take your selector switch, plug it inside the weapon, and then one crank, two. Now, once it's in this position, you can lock it back in. Your firing pin is now completely ready to do the job and work again. We'll go ahead and remount the slide to the frame. You push the end of the spring into the end of the slide, push the firearm up and over, and then slowly slide it forward. You then can adjust the trigger guard. Now the pistol is ready to go again. One neat feature about the Makarov Model PM is that it features a decocker, so you can carry this thing locked and loaded. For instance, the double action trigger allows you to keep one round loaded in the chamber while having a magazine as well loaded. To decock the hammer, you simply have to push up. At the same time, the hammer will fall. This is a very safe operation as it pushes the trigger forward. Now that the pistol is on safe, the hammer cannot move. But if a round is loaded in the chamber and the safety is off, with the hammer at rest, you can pull the trigger and get a double action shot. You can load this with 8 rounds of 9x18mm ammunition, plus 1 if you feature one up the chamber. The grip is made of very popular AG4S Bakelite imitation material. It's technically not Bakelite, but it's very close, it's very rugged, and it's able to withstand about any type of situation a concealed carrier can put one through. The bluing is considered plumbing on most Russian weapons like this. This particular one, as I said earlier, is an arsenal made, so it's made to match. You also have your lanyard loop here as well to prevent the pistol from falling out of your hands. You can retrieve it quickly. And the main reason why the Soviets went for a heel-style magazine release, also known as a European mag release, is so that way when the pistol is drawn quickly, you're not going to hit any type of magazine release here. Without proper training, that can be done and would lead to a very serious consequence, as you would only have one shot at most on your pistol. The Soviets decided to go around that process because they would be handing off these pistols to officers, air crewmen, tank crews, who were properly trained in the handling of this firearm. As a result, it was a very robust design that continues to have service to this day on a lighter note. As far as the magazine is concerned, the Model PM features a standard 8-round magazine. It does have a wide open window here, so that way you can tell your capacity, but they're reliable and durable nonetheless. These are readily available in the United States with a variety of manufacturers. Personally, I recommend surplus, any type of surplus. You can't go wrong with that. I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. Now that we have the firearm off the table and the magazine is empty and away from our area, we have 2 types of ammunition here. One is Full Metal Jacket. This particular one is Russian made, steel cased, non-corrosive, and is a 95 grain projectile traveling around 1,000 feet per second. Roughly 9x18 Makarov is in the category between 380 ACP and 9x19 Parabellum. Technically, it is not a 9mm projectile, as on the reloading data confirms it is a .364, as while 9mm Luger is a .35 exactly. So technically, this is a 36 caliber pistol or 9.2mm. As far as concealed carry ammunition applies, there's a wide variety of hollow points to be found, but there's very few choices that are actually dependable and will open up in the event of a defense situation. This particular one is a Hornady Plus P load. This is a 90 grain wide mouth hollow point that does meet FBI ballistic standard tests. Underwood is also a major manufacturer in a hollow point design, and they also make a similar round that produces similar results. They also have a Plus P version of this ammunition in both manufacturers. I do recommend this highly when you choose to conceal carry a Makarov PM pistol. So, let's make it forward on the owning characteristics of one of these. Mostly you've seen people who have them, collect them, and shoot them at your local range. But for me, this is my go-to carry pistol. It's reliable, it's accurate, its blade sights are easy to acquire a target on, and this pistol is readily replaceable. They're also incredibly durable. So, in the event of the worst possible situation, this pistol will always be here to work for you and do the job. Hopefully that day never comes. It features a standard wide-lipped magazine catch, which, as you pull the slide back, does not go in place unless you push it upwards. Now, this is what separates the pistol apart from the Walther PP design, being that it has a magazine catch. Most Walther PP, Walther PPK, and PA63 pistols do not have this feature. Another notable feature about this weapon is that it has very low recoil considering for the cartridge it has. Being a blowback pistol, the Russians were going for the strongest available cartridge in this size frame model. As a result, it's a very elegant, precise, and wonderful cartridge for shooting. Well, that's it for part 1 of the MAKAROV PM review. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to list those below. And our next video, part 2 of this, we'll be taking it out to the range to fire a 50-round box of ammunition. And we'll see if it really deserves 1 round left.